Hey students, wanted to make a real quick video here just to help you understand Google Classroom and where a few things are. As you can see right here, this is the introductory video that you may have already watched. And then scrolling down, you can see my previous postings. And so they kind of like a news feed on social media. These things sort of plug in here as I post them. So everything kind of gets pushed down as I post new things. So think about it that way. But most important is there's a little gear up here, a little cog, and also there's a little about right here. If you click on about, now your layout might be a little bit different than mine because I have the teacher view and you have the student view, but these are going to, you'll have an about button there. So if you click about, it's going to open up a few things here. Here's a Google Calendar, and here is a link to the textbook. So I'm going to be assigning you readings here very shortly, and this is where you can do the reading if you did not stop in back in May to pick up a hard copy of the textbook. So this is the actual textbook. I'll open it here for you. It's a PDF of the whole textbook. Now, there isn't really an online textbook that you can access simply because it was just too expensive. It was like 30 or 40, maybe even more, maybe $50 per student per school year, and that's just a little bit beyond the budget. So this is the whole book, though, in PDF format. So if I scroll down here a little bit, it takes a little bit of time to load. Here we can go. What I wanted to point out to you is that the book is organized, as I mentioned earlier, in mods and sections. And so let me see if I can get to the first module here. Kind of clunky here on a PDF. Here we go. There you go. See mod 1 right there. And so this is the first reading assignment that I'd like you to do is read mod 1. And mod 1 just introduces you to economics, some of the most important concepts of economics, talks about resources and the idea of scarcity, trade-offs, and opportunity cost. These terms are going to come up over and over and over and over again. So as you read, what I'd like you to really focus on is vocabulary. I'm going to have some vocabulary quizzes from time to time in this class, but there is a lot of jargon in economics, and I sometimes take for granted that students know the terms that I use when I'm talking. And if you haven't done the reading and if you haven't focused on the vocabulary, you sometimes can feel lost in the middle of a lecture because I'm using words that you may not really understand. So make a real effort to acquire vocabulary. Quizlet is a great resource. I will link to Quizlet that I have that's associated with this class. But whatever format you like to learn vocabulary, I would strongly recommend you do that. So terms like marginal analysis, terms like land, labor, capital, resources, those sorts of things are all terms that you need to become familiar with. So reading is key, and you can find that reading here in the Krugman textbook. At the start of the school year, everybody will get a hard copy of the book, but right now there it is in PDF format. The calendar also has links to, or rather is a link to a Google Calendar. It has your reading assignments, quiz dates, test dates, things like that. If you don't use an online calendar, well, this might be the time to get started with an online calendar. Google Calendar is the one I use, and I would recommend that you check into it. So that's it for now here on Google Classroom. Get your reading done. Post any questions you have in the class comments here below the things that I've posted, and I will respond to you. I get notification on my phone when you post a comment, so I'll reply fairly quickly within a short amount of time. I'll do the best I can. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Good luck.